Hello everyone, this is Linda. Welcome to Lenny P's Place. Hope everyone's doing well today. And today is July 31st, and I am here to do a flip through of my completed July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. This was such a fun challenge. It was amazing. This is the first time that I ever participated in a junk journal challenge, and I had no idea what the rewards would be. I met so many people and have made so many new friends, and it's just been wonderful. We've supported one another, and we've encouraged each other all through this challenge, and I just was amazed at all of the things that have been added to my month, I guess I could say, and probably to go way further than just my month for a long time, I hope. The friend part, but anyway, I just want to thank Lee, and and Lee's channel is Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. And Lee, thank you so very much for hosting this. The prompts were great, and the different style of crafting and the different takes that people had, interpretations of how to use the prompts, was amazing. We all had different ideas, but they were all great, and I just thank you so very much. My life has been blessed, as my month has been blessed by this challenge, and I just want everybody to know how thankful I am that you watched my channel, that you subscribed, that you liked, and you commented, and that's, we love that. I don't try to make a living with my YouTube. I know some people have, and I think that's great. They've been successful at this, but I'm not trying to do that. To me, it's just something fun. I'm not monetized. I'm not interested in monetizing my channel. I don't like the pressure. I don't want the pressure. All I want is to have fun and to enjoy the camaraderie. Don't think I said that right, but you know what I mean. The socializing with people and getting to know them through our YouTube channels. And I could just go on and on, but I'm going to stop now. I'm just going to say thanks, everybody, and how grateful I am to Lee. And now I'm going to do a flip through of my completed journal, and that will close out this challenge. So I did put a closure on here because it got too fat, and I just used the same fabric that I used to put on the cover, and I added Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. Just put that on there kind of as a weight to let it fall down pretty good, or when I wrap it around, it stays down. So anyway, I put a button on here. I'm really not too crazy about the button I chose, but it needed to be loose. It's actually, the shank on it's a little bit bigger than it needed to be, but I think it's fine because it's probably just going to sit on a shelf anyway and be a reminder when I look at it of what a fun challenge this was. So the back is just plain. I have my little label on there, and it got kind of big, got a little bit fat. I did add some charms, some dangles, which you'll see when I go inside. So our first prompt was torn edges, and I used the very first, I used the inside cover to do that, and then to put my, have my prompts in the front there. And so the first was torn edges. A touch of gold was the second one. And then botanical was next, was the third prompt. And I used this. That was flowers from my husband's, one of the flower arrangements at his funeral. And then there was something vintage, and I used this lady out of an old catalog, and there's a dangle that I added there. And next we had a tag. So my tag is here. I'm not going to take it all the way out. And then over here was one color, and the color was pink. And then I put a little tag in there. And then there's another little charm right here. The seventh prompt was stamp it. Wait a minute, I skipped something. Yeah, I turned 2 pages. Okay, was stamp it, and I used this beautiful stamp that I had. It's a big stamp, and so I used this stamp and colored it in, and then words was number 8, and I used this music paper, and the words were the words to this song. I'm sorry, I'm getting out of frame there. So that was that one. And then there was lace. So I did like a sample page of different laces that I have. And then there's journaling on the back there. 10 was worn, and I used this old fabric from a quilt, some old, very thin lace trim here, and just added a few other old things, old fabrics, and here's a piece of old dotted Swiss from a baby dress, and a yo-yo, and then just an old piece of lace there. Added another dangle on the side here. And then there was scribbles or doodles. Well, I'm not much of a scribbler or a doodler, but I did what I could. And then it was window or peek through. So I put this pretty rose here with some acetate over it so you could see through it. And then I just added a tag, and that was that. And then we have a map. So I used a map. And a faded photograph. I have a faded photograph. And I put a tag in, which I'm not going to bother to take out. But it does have a little dangle on the top of it. You've all seen this before, so I'm going through pretty fast. Written in the margins, I just added this down the side here, and so that was written in the margins. I put another dangle here, and this is postcard, and I just added a postcard there in the pocket. And then there was found in the forest. So I have a little fawn. And then we had bird, and so I used a hummingbird. And next was an old, next was a tea bag. So here's my tea bag here, and then I made a ruffle from a tea bag there. And the next was old person. So I used this old photo here that I don't know where it came from. It's nobody I know. But I named them Grammy and Hilda. So those are my old people. The next was an antique pattern, and I used a pattern, an embroidery pattern from the 60s, 67 or 68, I think it was. And then for a ticket, I used this pamphlet from the fair from 1976. Actually, the pictures are from, they were 75, but the pamphlet was 76. And I added some tickets, and that's my little boy there. But that was 1975. And he was 2 years old, almost 3. So, yeah. And then for the very last prompt, it was book page, and I used some antique book page from several different books that I have. This one was from 1811. It's beautiful rag paper, and I just glued the back page in so it stays there. Then I used some Tim Holtz flowers here on this page here, and when you turn the page, you can, there's a writing spot there. And then here is just another book page with another little Tim Holtz flower on it. And then in the back here, I just used the last page that I had for this paper types for junk journals. This was something that Lee included with the list of prompts that she gave us, and I wanted to keep it, so I had one page left, so there it is. And so that really completes my journal. And again, I want to thank Lee, because this was such a wonderful experience, and it won't be my last journal challenge now that I've done one. I might not do another one until next year, but if it's hosted, if it's available to participate in again next year, I certainly probably will do that. So I guess I will say goodbye for now. And all of you wonderful people that I met, I am just so thankful for you. And I will be watching your channels and keeping in touch with you. Even though this month is over, our friendships can last forever. So with that, I'm going to say, please take care of yourselves. Be happy, be well, be safe, and I'll be seeing you real soon. Bye for now.